I would like to welcome everyone to our first ever virtual graduation here at Reed Custer High School. I'd like to especially welcome Reed Custer Board of Education administrators, staff, teachers, honored guests, anyone who is watching at home or wherever you are. Special thank you to our families, our parents, and certainly why we are here today is to recognize our Reed Custer High School class of 2020. This is actually our first virtual graduation, but it is our 92nd graduation ceremony here at Reed Custer High School. We would like to thank Mr. Steve Scoggin for being our videographer. We will be offering DVDs of our senior slideshow as well as our virtual graduation and hopefully eventually our traditional graduation in June or July. And at this time it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Reed Custer Schools, Mr. Mark Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. Ricketts. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Mark Mitchell, Superintendent Reed Custer Schools. Had any of you told me at the beginning of this school year that I would be sitting at my desk giving a virtual welcome to the class of 2020, I never would have believed you. But here we sit in unprecedented times. We are hopeful that we will still be able to have a traditional ceremony for the class of 2020 later this summer. First, for the parents, family, and friends of the class of 2020, I would like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for everything that you have done for these students throughout their journeys. They would surely not be where they are today if it was not for you. Next, to the class of 2020. If there's one thing the last few months have taught us, it is to appreciate and value normal. We sat together in the auditorium about 2 or 3 months ago, and we talked about many real-life topics. The theme for the day was to move. I challenged all of you to put a plan in place and have that ready to go in motion when you left the halls of Reed Custer High School. I looked around the room and I saw varying emotions. I saw excitement, motivation, some anxiety, which is normal, and a great deal of confidence. Confidence that you are ready for the next chapter of your lives. Please do not allow the last few months to overshadow everything that you have accomplished and all the memories that you have made while at Reed Custer High School. You will be stronger for all that you have endured. Since I knew most of you as elementary students, I thought I would go back to one of my favorite lines from a Dr. Seuss book. Oh, the places you'll go, today is your day. Your mountain awaits, so get on your way. Your mountain surely does await, a mountain that you will successfully climb and conquer. Please know that although you will be missed around the halls of Reed Custer High School, you will always be a comet. Best of luck with all future endeavors. I am very proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. I can't help but start by thinking back to 1985, looking back on my own senior year in high school, all of the great memories and the good times that I can recall even after 35 years. And I have to start by saying how sorry I am that our senior class has been robbed of the ending of a great high school career here at RCHS. But graduates, please remember that tough times never last, tough people do. And I think that definitely describes our senior class this year. During these uncertain and trying times, it is important to stay positive, see the glass half full. Don't get sucked into the negativity that is out there in the world. Focus on what you have control of, yourself, your actions, your thoughts, but most importantly, your future. Franklin Roosevelt said it best in his 1933 presidential inauguration, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." Graduates, go out into the world fearless, especially when it comes to following your dreams and achieving your goals. We are unsure of what the future holds. But one thing that I am sure of is that the class of 2020 can handle anything and will do incredible things beyond Reed Custer High School. I'd like to take a moment to thank our parents, students, and our amazing staff, teachers here at RCHS for what they've done not only during this remote learning time, but throughout the school year. It has been amazing to see the flexibility, the teamwork, and the extra effort that has went into making our school year finish on a positive note. Know, graduates, that we will miss you. We've certainly missed you these last few months. We wish you nothing but the best in your future. Congratulations to the class of 2020. And now at this time, I would like to send it over to Mr. Smith, who has a very special message for a very special person who will be leaving us because of retirement after the 2019-2020 school year.
Thank you, Mr. Ricketts. This year marks the last that Janet Johnson will be the librarian at Reed Custer High School. But librarian is only one of the many hats that JJ has worn in her career at RCHS. She's a teacher, coach, mentor, supervisor, chaperone, colleague, trusted advisor, and friend. JJ has left an indelible mark on students, colleagues, and Reed Custer High School. If you know JJ, you understand that she was always there to help, always there to volunteer her time, always willing to try something new, always up for the next challenge or adventure. I found this out very quickly when I arrived at RCHS as an English teacher in 2001. JJ was a mentor to all of us in the English department, and she helped set the tone with her positive energy, her enthusiasm, and her work ethic. Students flocked to her then, and they still go to her with successes and troubles. And invariably, they walk away feeling better about their situation because of JJ's attention. I appreciate JJ even more now as an administrator. Her willingness to help out with myriad tasks like scheduling map testing, supervising the Wilco and AP students, covering the occasional class or comment time, entering RTI data, serving as a resource for other teachers, printing reports, organizing homecoming, running a top-notch student council and speech program, and so much more, all with a smile on her face. JJ is the bridge that so many of our students need as they transition from being kids to young adults. She has earned the trust and respect of our students, which is on display. When graduates return to RCHS, one of the first people they want to see is JJ, to laugh, to talk, and to share about their lives. From all of us at RCHS, JJ, we appreciate all that you have done for us and all that you have meant to us. Your legacy is cemented and will help to inspire future generations of Comets. We all thank you for your time, energy, dedication, and compassion, and we wish you nothing but health and happiness in your retirement. Thank you, JJ.
At this time, we would like to do a special recognition portion of our graduation, recognizing all of our graduates who will be going into the service after graduation, some of our scholarship and award winners, Illinois State Scholars, perfect attendance, community service, state qualifiers, and last but certainly not least, board scholars. We would like to recognize our number 11 in the class, Macy Pfeiffer, who is a board scholar. Board scholars are any students who earn a 4.0 GPA or higher during their high school career. Congratulations to Macy, who ended her high school career with a 4.0436 GPA. At this time, we would like to recognize our top 10 from our class of 2020. Number 10, Kylie Gloria Balgerman. Number 9, Genevieve Della McDonald. Number 8, Peyton Shea Garltz. Number 7, Megan Rose Folletti. Number 6, Vanessa Ann McLean. Number 5, Kelsey Marie Dillon. Number 4, Jaden Nicole Christian. Number 3, Sabrina Zhang. And now, number 2, salutatorian Kylie Ray Terry.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you all may be watching this. Welcome to Reed Custer High School's first ever virtual graduation for my incredible class, the class of 2020. 4 years ago, I never would have envisioned having the final chapter of our high school careers end in such a unique way. Saying goodbye to our final spring sports seasons and teachers on March 14th, not realizing that was the last time we'd walk the hallways and have Mr. Ricketts give us a countdown to the bell. Understanding that for some, these are just minor things to miss out on, but having waited all of these school years to finally walk across that stage to receive our diplomas, to the class of 2020, this was life-changing to have stripped away. The traditional last few months of one's high school career looks just a bit backwards when a pandemic strikes. Not being able to see all of our classmates one last time altogether is hard to imagine, but knowing that life will take us all in different directions after this is all smoothed over, it's reasonable foreshadow that we won't all be together in one place again. To our school board, faculty, staff, and even our community, there is not enough thank yous to say to you all for trying to make this whole troublesome experience seem more acceptable. Not having an in-person graduation was hard to take in, but for the school to still be highlighting us all through this virtual ceremony makes the whole experience quite unforgettable. Imagine the stories we all get to tell our children and grandchildren about this time. The amazing community we live in has organized a group where you can adopt a senior and show support through kind messages, cards, and for some, even gifts. Although this is nowhere near how I expected to end my final moments as a Reed Custer Comet, I couldn't be more thankful for all of those who made this so memorable. Finally, to the class of 2020, no matter where we are in life, I know we all have bright futures ahead of us, and I can't wait to hear and see all about them thanks to social media. With all of this being said, I am so grateful to have been a Comet all of these years. And even though I will be switching out the black and gold for black and red in the fall, I will always bleed black and gold forever.
And number 1 in the class, valedictorian Lauren Elizabeth Smith.
Dear class of 2020, we have been robbed. For our last 2 months of our senior year, we have been forced to stay at home, unable to finish out our final days of high school. We've been told from the beginning that our final year was supposed to be the most memorable. And up until March, it was. We have made memories that will last a lifetime. We have gotten to witness Mr. Stafford getting taped to a wall, the solar eclipse, and the many other moments that have brought us closer together. We have learned how it feels to finally win homecoming, even though we should have won sooner. We have been introduced to the struggle that is physics, the enjoyment that comes with participating in class assemblies, and the entertainment that comes with having Mr. Caressia as a teacher. The most important thing that Reed Custer has taught me is that in the years to come, I know exactly where I want to end up. I hope to be as happy with life as Mrs. Cadell, as passionate of my job as Mrs. Benoit. I've learned from my teachers the personality traits that I hope to develop. I hope to be caring, strong, and intelligent, just like the staff at Reed Custer High School. To my fellow classmates, I cannot wait to see where the world will take you, whether you'll be furthering your education, joining the workforce, or serving our country. You guys have taught me more about life than anyone else at Reed Custer. Thanks to you guys, I've learned that no matter how different two people are, it is really easy to find something in common. The class of 2020 brings out the best, the worst, and the truest parts of a person. We have known each other for at least 7 years now, some even longer, and yet you guys always find a way to surprise me. You never know what you're going to hear when you walk down that hall every morning, whether it's Macy and Evie's sound effects, or Kylie Balchman and Bobby Mann and their witty jokes. It devastates me to know that I will never walk down that hall, arms full of books, and see my friends smiling back at me. Nor will I see the teachers, like JJ and Mr. Wolf, that seem to always find a way to make my day better. It would be a dream to say that we will stay in touch. But you never know where the world will take us. All that can be sure is that the class of 2020 will do amazing things. We will make a difference, small or large. We will leave our mark. Even a highly contagious virus can't stop the class of 2020.
Members of the Board of Education, as the principal of Reed Custer High School, I verify that these students have all met the requirements for a diploma and are entitled to receive that diploma. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Assistant Principal, Mr. Michael Smith, to read the class roll.
Thank you, Mr. Ricketts. On behalf of the Reed Custer Board of Education, administration, and staff, it is my honor to read the roll of the class of 2020. Lauren Elizabeth Smith. Kylie Ray Terry. Sabrina Zhang. Jaden Nicole Christian. Kelsey Marie Dillon. Vanessa Ann McLean. Megan Rose Folletti. Peyton Shea Geraltz. Genevieve Della McDonald. Kylie Gloria Balgeman. Jacob Michael Anguiano. Morgan Scott Bain. Jason Allen Beard. Cameron Joseph Bergman. Isabella Sophia Bippus. Angela Zoe Carpenter. Caitlin Marie Clark. Amber Nicole Clavenna. Brianne Elaine Clavenna. Grace Genevieve Colclazier. Laura Lynn Collins. Emily Elaine Coop. Ashley Ann Coster. John Dylan Cowie. Kellen Michael Creed. Lauren Nicole Crutchfield. Nathan Alexander Chirp. Noah Jacob Curl. Ricky Jean Damashki. Alexander Davis. Richard Frederick Deerdorf. Russell William Deerdorf. Thomas Joseph Deerdorf. Amanda Jean DeLong. John Peter Doucette. Micah Gabriel Dubert. Gianna Marie Ezel. Elizabeth Marie Fetzner. Zachariah Michael Fisher. Bethany Marie Fisher. Blake Stanley Foster. Elliot Frankie Gamboa. Mason Jeffrey Giroux. Mitchell Dean Giffen. Destiny Rain Gilbert. Jason Gomez. Alex Michael Hall. Jacob George Heisner. Kimberly May Hennings. Jesse David Hernandez. Robert Anthony Humphrey. Haley Jean Jeffries. Azam Jusufi. John Matthias Corning Kalish. Nicholas Edward Kavanaugh. Riley Michael Keller. Hunter Dale Keeman. Lillian Faith Rose Kilpatrick. Hannah Christine Kokenberger. John Joseph Kerner. Caleb Joseph LaGrange. Jackson Davis Lambert. Jacob Ryan Lambert. John Michael Langford. Christiane Angelica Listina. Savannah Ray Lay. Kaylee Rose Leshy Collins. Amber Sue Maddox. Robert Alban Mann. Ethan Nicholas Martis. Dakota Joseph McCullum. Stephanie Marie McGregor. Trevor Lewis McLaughlin. Jenna Eve McNeely. Julia Christine Mills. Samantha Marie Moeller Gray. Robert Charles Mormon. Edward Mosqueda. Allison Faye Moyers. Alexia Sue Murphy. Colton Russell New. Joshua Tyler New. Hunter Douglas O'Connor. Vanessa Marie Paholski. Evan Marie Palmer. Haley Ray Patterson. Barbara Helen Perez. Macy Ray Pfeiffer. Jacob Isaac Poppinger. Alexander Ryan Poulos. Cheyenne Rose Probst. Ian Robert Reinhold, Austin Ritchie, Jonathan James Romanetto, Kendall Riley Skasny, Emily Ann Smith, Gage Charles Stam, Jacob Stephen Taslar, Brody Lee Thompson, Kaylee Lynn Thompson, Taylor K. Toller, Emma Rose Tonkovic, Cheyenne Ray Toe, Gabrielle Athasia Vota, Tyler Lee Warner, Tyler Scott Wenberg, Mandy Rebecca Wenberg, Brianna Marie Willis, Melissa Marie Whiffler, Matthew Allen Ruck.
In closing, I would like to just thank everyone for joining us in our first ever virtual graduation here at Reed Custer High School. And at this time, I am proud to present to you the Reed Custer High School graduating class of 2020.